And good Sunday morning to everyone. I'm your friend Scotty Ray as we wake up to a 59-degree morning with a high headed later to 76. It's going to be a warm day in store for us. Fog is still thick. This will carry us through 9 a.m., the fog advisory, so be careful as you head out this morning. A little late. I got a lot of messages from a lot of people of things that went on last night, so it took me a little longer than by 8 a.m. Getting on the air this morning of checking out this, that, and the other. A lot of activity. We'll start with some of the good things that went on yesterday, and that was the parade in downtown Meridian. Did you get a chance to go to that? I hope so. It was a good time had by all as we look at a few of the pictures that rolled through last night. Santa there. I hear it was a big crowd. I wasn't able to make it, but I heard from a lot of people. So it was a huge turnout. Everybody enjoyed themselves, and I hope that you got to go. Maybe you did there. We also had parades throughout Clark County. Maybe you made it to one of those. 6 p.m. was the time on those. I want to say coming up Monday night, Philadelphia is going to have their parade at 6 p.m. Another great Christmas parade to make it. And we'll go over the ones that are left. I think there's a few still also. Collinsville, the 11th, and a few in Clark County, maybe Enterprise, that will be on that date also. That was going on. Let's a couple of things that I wanted to point out. Let me bring this up. This has been brought up several times. I got several inboxes on this, and if you live in this area here, let me pull this up and show you there. Out on Causeyville Road near Rawson Road, 2 or 3 nights in a row, I've gotten texts of, hey, there's cows in the road. So if you travel that road a lot, be careful. You know how it is. They'll wander out in front of your car at nighttime. So, again, that's on Causeyville Road. Look for some cows near Rawson Road. It's been kind of happening. They're pretty smart there. They'll break the fence during the day and come on out and get in the middle of the road. I had a good friend of mine that bumped into one years ago. It wasn't pretty. Also getting reports that Quitman's Parade will be Monday night at 6 o'clock also. Hope you'll make it for that. Let's see here. Let me pull over and get to this. I wanted to show this. Let me scroll down and find this before I tear into this so I can give an example and show you what I'm talking about before I get into all this. We had a car chase last night through the streets of Meridian. Let me see the exact location. It would have, I got one written down. I want to make sure that I've got the exact location. I hadn't had a chance to sort through everything. Everything was kind of fast. This started around 26th Street near 35th Avenue. Meridian Police Department were out last night, and a car went by speeding. It was one of our officers checking radar. They do that normally. They pursued the car. It didn't stop, and, well, a car chase pursued on this. It went round and round, and it finally ended there on Grandview and 31st Street, and that would be when the occupants of the car jumped and bailed. There was 2 people in the car. Only one was arrested. The other got away. Getting messages there. Car chase in Philadelphia last night. Didn't know about that one. They have taken in Meridian one into custody. Was no match for that officer after him. He caught him running down. Boy, I'd hate to think I had to chase somebody. If they bailed out of a car, they'd get away from me. But a great job on that. Of course, they know who the person is by registration to the car. So we'll see where that leads. But happened after midnight. Those things happen. As your mama used to say, not much goes on good after midnight, does it? You ought to be home. Well, not everybody does that. I have numerous reports. I mean numerous. Now, 99% of these are just shots heard around the area. But we had reports, the 2700 block of State Boulevard, gunshots heard. 1700 block of 25th Avenue. The 900 block of 42nd Avenue last night. The 900 block of 15th Avenue. 43rd Avenue. East of Highway 39, if you're going up from the red light there where you're sitting at the Coca-Cola plant where you can go north into Meridian, or you can take a left to 39. As you go up 39, it would be east of Highway 39. I don't have an exact location. I just had someone get in touch with me, said that they heard shots in that area last night. Now, of all of those places that I mentioned, no one was hurt. I did get a report of a house that got some gunfire last night. The 2800 block of 43rd Avenue did take a bullet to the house. No one was hurt, thank heavens. That's good to know that no one was hurt. We don't need anybody hurt and things like that. Another thing that has been common chase maybe that's the wrong word. Common chase is not the word that I meant to say, but has become common here. We got a report. I think it was Friday night and I think most people have seen this. A homeless man that comes around in the area in a wheelchair. He was in the middle of the road trying to go up the hill backwards, and I want to say again last night was in the road, disabled. I'm assuming homeless. Be careful as you're traveling the streets at night until something is done about that. We would hate for an accident to happen. You never know where he'll turn up. But that is just something that has been reoccurring in the streets in our area. So we want to make sure that everything is safe. Just something to keep in mind. That's a few of the headlines that have gone on over the night there. No one seriously hurt. And also an F-250 was stolen last night. That was, let me see here. I got that written down here somewhere where that would have been the 4500 block of 9th Avenue is where that was taken last night. So always, I don't know all the details on that, but always make sure that you don't accidentally leave your keys in your car. I have no idea if that's what happened there. They could have just been really good at what they do. I'm using my hands too much this morning, aren't I? But a few of the headlines from my area last night to keep in mind. As we look across the nation, and you normally don't hear this in Massachusetts as you go up the northeast coast, they have opened a store. This is the first time I've heard of this, of a Let's Go Brandon store located in Massachusetts. Aren't we told that no Republicans live in that area and that no one voted for Donald Trump whatsoever? Has to be pretty big or they wouldn't open a store selling T-shirts, would they? That's Massachusetts. Don't believe everything they try to convince you in the news is what I mean by that. AOC, I think we all know her. She is getting torn apart by GOP and, well, people are just normal thinking as she tries to say that these smash and go, which is highly traced to gangs and to syndicated crime to where they go in 40, 50 people at a time, go into a store and attack it, steal things, and are out in 60 seconds to 2 minutes at most. She's trying to say that it's all made up. Really? I didn't make that up. That's what she said in an interview. Crime does happen in America, and we all know that. The parents of the high school shooter have been taken into custody, and they are on suicide watch. They emptied their bank accounts and ran. They were caught within 1 mile of the Canadian border. They're being held now on a $500,000 bond. I don't think they're going to be getting out. That's a bad situation there. I think the whole family has some issues going on there, but they are behind bars, tried to get away. Other big news yesterday, CNN, they fired Como. As you dig deeper into this, we won't get all the details for another couple of days there, but he was helping his brother cover up things. That's basically what it amounted to. Aid him when he said he was not. CNN has departed ways with him. What will Don Lemon do now? They were like best buds. We also find out from Memphis, Tennessee this morning that 2 teenagers are confirmed dead, plus 2 other children, including a 9-month-old, was injured at a gas station near Graceland on Elvis Presley Boulevard. You know, as we heard a few weeks ago, it was the rapper that was killed going to get donuts. Memphis. Judge Joe Brown, I think, is going to be running for mayor up there, and he says he's got a plan to fix Memphis, to get it back on its tracks. We hope so. We hope somebody will step in and do that. Let's see, a lot of Alabama fans out there. Yeah, they won. They are headed to the playoffs for all you Alabama fans. It looked like there for a while that it was slipping the other night, and they came back. They beat Georgia also. So good luck to them. Let's see, the second man that was diagnosed with this new COVID says that he was around other people, and at least 15 of his friends have caught the disease. Now, they're trying to hype this big. We don't know all the details on this, but every indication, if you really do some reading, says that this is not near as bad as the others. So read things carefully on this. Don't panic is the reason I say all of this. Also, I wanted to show this picture. If you went to the parade last night in Stonewall and lost your keys, here's a picture from Clark County Hot Topics. If this is your set of keys, they have them. Contact Clark County Hot Topics and you can get your keys back. Nothing worse than losing your keys. That's bad. All right, let's go to radar. We still have a lot of fog in the area, and I want to show everybody what it looks like this morning as you're waking up. Again, we're at 59 degrees right now as we show all of this fog around Meridian. Let's zoom in on this. Look at this. This stretches Newton County as we come across here through Smith County, all of these areas, Hattiesburg, all the way to the Mississippi Gulf Coast, past Cagoula there, Highway 90. Look how thick that is over to Baton Rouge. But let's go in closer here on our area. If you're getting ready to head to church this morning, keep this in mind. All of this yellow area, even up into Kemper County, has fog, but it gets thicker about here in Center Hill as you come across where Chet's Paint and Body is pretty thick there, out by the Piggly Wiggly. By the time that you come up on the Sicalina Fire Department on Highway 19, it's going to be thicker there all the way down, taking in most of downtown Meridian. As we go further south through Clark County, when you get out here by Stuckey's Bridge and Dunn's Fall, it will get thicker and thicker. For our friends that are down in Enterprise, all the way over here to Rose Hill, look how thick this is. And this covers most of Clark County here, especially downtown Quitman. We go all the way out here to Pachuta, lots of this, out to Lake Edens, west over to Paulding Courthouse there, all the way down past Jay's Taxidermy, and we still have fog all the way to Waynesboro. And once you get into Laurel, Mississippi, look at that. All the way over to Collins, Mississippi, y'all have got a ton of fog this morning. I urge y'all, be careful. In Mississippi, and most rural routes have a lot of two-lane roads. Accidents can happen very easily, and I remind you over and over about crossing 4 lanes. Trying to get to that medium to turn to go a different way. Be careful on that. As we back out and look at this, now this fog's going to be all the way from Victoria, Texas. Look at this. San Antonio, all the way to Jacksonville, Florida, up through the Carolinas to the state line, taking in Memphis, Tennessee. All of that area's got that. As we move up, Chicago, these areas have rain in the area. As we get up here into Iowa, Dover Mills, Iowa, we got a little snow this morning. Well, I don't want to be there. How about y'all? The further north you go, you'll see this coming across here. South Dakota, look at the snow and ice that's coming across there. Billings, North Dakota. Montana, Billings, North Dakota. Why did I say that? A lot of snow there as well. As we look in here, wow. Montana, a lot of that snow also. So if you're in those areas, expect it. Also fog out in Portland as we come down through California. Sacramento getting a little fog this morning as well. Now, it still reports, which is hard to believe for us, that Hawaii, those high points, could even get snow. Up to 12 inches is what's been forecasted on some of that as those storms roll through there. Oh, boy. So that's some of the news that is happening nationwide. And a quick look at radar. Now, let's turn our thoughts deeper into the forecast so you'll find out what's going to happen today. We've got rain, possibly severe weather on the way. Let's dig into this morning. And
your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
And welcome back. That was quick, wasn't it? Yeah. All right, let's pull this up and go into this breakdown of what we've got. All right, as we look here, let me pull this up. That's the wrong button. I need to pull it up here to where it's more visible there. As we look at this, cloudy, foggy, and becoming sunny by late afternoon is what will happen as we look at the temperatures here. 76 Meridian, all the way up through Neshoba County as you go through House, through Philadelphia, into Winston County. Pretty much going to be the same temperature from there to Louisville up to Mississippi State. As you get to State, we'll start seeing some 77-degree weather there. But Louisville, that area, 76, warmer just a few miles away. As we go to the Mississippi Delta, 78, and that will be our high point across the state of Mississippi. As we go west, well, I made a lie, didn't we? We move into Vicksburg. It had to take the top spot for the warmest spot in Mississippi. 79 is what is forecasted there. As we go down to that beautiful area of Natchez, Mississippi, 77 toward the coast, 77 on down through Hattiesburg there. But again, it's going to be cloudy for the most part of the day, and then later in the afternoon, we'll get some warmer sunshine peeking through those clouds. As we go to the Bama side, just the northern part of the state is going to have this cloudy look with the possibility of rain. Gadsden has the biggest chance there. Hamilton, some hit and miss stuff, and cloudy through Birmingham. As you get south of Montgomery, it'll be a pretty day there. 74 in Demopolis as we roll right through Livingston, Alabama at a warm 76 degrees. We get up into Jasper County, 72, down to Troy, Alabama, about 74 is the outlook there. Now, as we look at this, and this, as I'm running late, we're at 8:30. There's about 30 minutes remaining on this, but All indications as I look at radar, this is not going to burn off. The advisory may be taking off at 9 o'clock, but we're still going to have fog. As we look at all of this area, this is about a quarter-mile visibility in these areas, and this encompasses that doesn't sometimes pop up on radar for a few minutes, even through Philadelphia, up through Kemper County, as you get into the Macon area, all the way up to Columbus and Mississippi State. Down, this is covering most of the state. Only the northwest corner in the Mississippi Delta doesn't have a chance of thick fog this morning. Be careful is my line. I want y'all to know that. Be careful out there. Let's see here. As we look at the Alabama side, yep, we got fog there as well. Covered throughout it. Quarter-mile visibility is there as well. As we look at the storms, now this is what's possible for tomorrow in the state of Mississippi and portions of northwest Alabama as well. We've got a level 1, pretty much the entire state of Mississippi. This will begin on the northwest corner around 6 a.m. tomorrow. As we get into central Mississippi, anywhere around Jackson, Mississippi around 9, Louisville from 9 to 12, the Meridian area, I would say somewhere around 11, be looking for this through 3 o'clock into Clark County as it exits its way on into Alabama. So we'll put this red flag up anywhere from 6 until 3 p.m. for the state of Mississippi. We'll be here to watch it throughout the day. Should this turn worse, bad, or back off, we'll be here. We know how this stuff changes when it comes to weather. You can't hold it to one thing. It always changes. So we'll watch this. All right, let's look at our temperatures over the next 6 to 10 days and look at Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and the Carolinas. Tennessee, it is absolutely going to be hot. That's why we're seeing these temperatures of 76. Wow, wow, wow. Cooler weather out in California, but it's going to take a few days for this to make its way back across the U.S. to deep here in the south to cool things off. Again, this is 6 to 10 days. Let's do the breakdown for our immediate area now as we look at this. We've got fog today before 11 a.m., and let's just stretch that past what we've got on those advisories. Let's keep it in the forecast till you get out of church, it'll be gone. Otherwise, clouds and then gradually becoming sunny with that high 76, 77 in our area today. As we dip down to tonight, we'll get 64. That is warm from those 20s we saw just a week or so ago. Now, the gust will start coming in tonight, bringing in that rain. 20-mile-an-hour gust after midnight. As we look at tomorrow, 100% chance of rain is going to happen. Slight chances of rain up to about 9 o'clock. And then from 9 o'clock on, as we start looking at this area, as we looked at that map, anywhere from 9 until 3 is when we'll have the heaviest of this, and could see up to about 1 inch of rain tomorrow. So that's the heaviest amount of rainfall that we've had predicted in quite some time. So again, if you've got something to do outside and you're in the East Mississippi side, get it done by 9 a.m. After that, all bets are off on the west side of the state by 6 a.m. Tomorrow night, we'll decrease this down to a 40% chance of rain tomorrow night, and then that's going to hold steady, that 40% chance of rain through Tuesday, and we'll have a high of about 55 there. By Tuesday night, 60% chance of rain. By Wednesday, we still got a 40% chance of rain. It's not leaving. As we look at this, it lingers. Our best chance of just getting some slight peaks of sunshine there is going to be Thursday. And then 40% chance of showers back into the forecast Friday. And look at Saturday. Even a 50% chance, nearly a week off. Let's go ahead and jump until December the 19th. We'll see some sunshine there, but those temperatures are still warm. Look at this, high 60s. We even get 70 one day there. So we're experiencing this stuff of just a warm winter as we see this. It doesn't feel like December at all so far. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll be announcing anybody that's dropped off and entered during the Battle of the Bucks. We'll be pulling from all those entries a free mount. Now, it doesn't matter what size it was so long as you entered it. We're going to drop all those names in a hat tomorrow morning and pull out a winner. Actually, it's a cookie jar. I'm not taking my hat off, but we do have a hat we could use. Deer feeding times. Let's talk about the best times to hunt today. All right, it looks like our major time will be this afternoon between 2:30 and about 4:30, roughly, as we had some overnight good hunt. Nobody's out then, but the best time to hunt is going to be an afternoon hunt today. Our wind is going to be light, southwest wind becoming 5 to 10 miles an hour. That could be better, but we're giving this a good hunt today, so not bad at all. That's a rundown of what we've got going on in and around our area. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, I appreciate all of the text and messages that I get. It helps me enable and track down things that happen in our area overnight. Keep doing that, and we'll keep putting out there the truth of what goes on in our area. If I didn't mention something that happened in your area, make sure to start sending me those. We'll do our best to find out about all of that. We appreciate it. Don't forget, church doors are going to be opening up here in just a few moments. I hope you can make it. If you cannot be in person, there's somewhere here online that you can watch it. You can. There's a lot of them there. Northcrest would love to see you, and there's tons and tons of other churches, no matter what denomination you are. Just so long you're there watching and, well, you get the message from the good Lord. Make sure you get that. Again, thank you for being a part of this. I thank all the sponsors that make this every single day. I can't do it without them. It helps us buy equipment and do more. We hope to expand this even bigger. That's what we're looking at. We appreciate it. We'll be back at 6:30 tomorrow, 8 a.m. for a live morning show. Don't miss all of that. We'll be on television and all. And, of course, we'll have break-ins throughout the day of everything that happens in our area. Anything national that's big that affects you, we'll let you know. Again, thank you all so much for being a part of this. We appreciate you. We'll be back.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by